So I have reviewed the Blade film, so I thought I'd go on to another set of horror films now, and then I'll go to another comic book set. So what do I go for? Because I mean, there's so many horror sets you can go for. I'm going for a two-part set by Rob Zombie. Now, that can either mean one thing: I'm about to review the Halloween remakes, or reimaginings as he called them, or The House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. I'm reviewing the better of the two. Okay, so admittedly it's on I actually ended up with a 24 box set horror DVD, just because it had House of a Thousand Corpses and the Leprechaun films in. Obviously not on this disc, but the film I'm reviewing is House of a Thousand Corpses. Now, such a great debut film. I'm not kidding, it is one of the most ingenious films I have ever seen, and I love every single second of it. From the opening scene where Captain Spaulding, he's the clown in it, on the cover of it, tries to get rolled by people, to the last few seconds with Dr. Satan. Dr. Satan's a myth that's revealed not to be a myth right at the end of the film. Rob Zombie does make a cameo at the start. There's some fairly known names in this, probably bigger names than the other one. You got Sid Haig in it, who is Captain Spaulding, Bill Moseley, who is Otis, Sherry Moon Zombie, who is Baby. Something very interesting though, fact about Rob Zombie: his name legally is Rob Zombie now. He has changed it from what it was before, and I can't remember what it was before. Probably one of the best horror debuts I have ever seen. If you don't know who Rob Zombie is, before he did this, he was just purely a musician with White Zombie and Rob Zombie. He's still a musician, but directs as well. One of the most brilliant films I have ever seen, and one of the most uniquely strange films I have ever seen. It's somewhat eerie and somewhat disgusting at the same time. It's set in 1977, and it's freaky as hell. If you've not watched it and you're into, the weird and twisted horror films, you'll enjoy this one. Enjoy the hell out of it. Strangely enough, the sequel's better. I'll review that next time, though. What would I give this? 8 out of 10. It's funny at times, but it's not meant to be. It's quite dark, and it's evil as hell, which you would expect from someone like Rob Zombie. Some very good moments in the film. For example, there's a bit where one of the main characters of the first half of the film ends up disappearing, and then the top half of him ends up sewn onto the bottom half of a fish. Very disgusting, but very brilliant at the same time. It's really not for the squeamish and for the faint of heart, and it's one of the most original films I've ever seen. 8 out of 10. You can't do much more to improve for your debut film, but I will get on to Devil's Reject afterwards, because I think that might be the stronger film out of the two. Well, I know it's the stronger film out of the two, and it's probably my favourite out of the two, and out of all the films Rob Zombie has done. On to Devil's Rejects next.